Well, welcome back, boys and girls. Sorry I've been away for a while due to lockdown. But it still is lockdown, to be quite honest with you. It's just I've been doing other things with fitness and everything else, trying to get back up to speed with that. I got my van on Monday, so I can get about a bit more now, so that's even better. So I thought this next 10 days before the season runs out, I thought I'd come down and make some videos for you, which you all deserve. So it's 2021. Hope you all had a good New Year and a good Christmas. And like I say, I've not been out for a while. Just been too busy with other things and what have you. So where can we start? I've got quite a lot of things to do. Catch up with. Obviously, I've been buying some new fishing gear. Got some new rods at home, some new alarms. You know, I just need to buy a new bed, and then I can start doing night fishing when we're allowed and whatnot. Take my hat off, I think, because it's a bit overcast today, so the picture quality might be a bit piss poor. Sorry about that. I'm actually using my DSLR camera. I've actually bought a new camcorder. It's a 4K one. I've bought a whole load of new computer stuff and try and make things better from now onwards. I'll probably use the camcorder one day this week when I'm doing a bit of trotting down the bottom here. So I'll have that. I'll have a bit of a bash with that. That's pretty much it really. There's not been a great deal happening with fishing wise. It's been, like I say, been doing a lot of fitness, trying to get my fitness back up to scratch. I've lost 3 stone nearly. Started in November when we went into that month lockdown. But the problem is that obviously my knees are bad. If my knee plays up, I'm out for 10 days to 12 days. It's just got to rest it. So I don't think I've done too bad. Nearly 3 stone in 4 months nearly. So now it's fishing time again. Obviously, season runs out very shortly on the rivers. But this year I've got quite a few things going on. I've got a completely different way with bait. I'm using a different bait now on the rivers, different boilies, which I'll probably do a video at home actually and explain what's going on with that one. It's hinders again, it's all hinders. I spent quite a lot of money on different bits and bobs this year, over this last couple of months, getting ready for the spring and whatnot. And the baits that I'm using, actually got one here, I'll show you. This is the barbel bomb I've been using. I don't know if you can see it that well. Is it going to focus? So I've been using the barbel bomb. This is the first day of using it. I've also got some other bits and bobs I'm using, which I'll probably do a separate video about, because I'm quite fussy about ground baits and boilies and what I use and where I'll use them. I've already done some videos on my baits and this, that and the other, so I'm going to actually do another one explaining from now onwards. I'm going to take it's pretty much this year is going to be like, it's a whole new start for me. I'm going out, I'm going to start doing more and more different, do things a bit different, and hopefully have some better results, because I'm very stubborn, I tend to stay in my old ways, you know. I don't like change, but obviously this year I'm going to have a bit of a big change with different things I'm using, with baits and not really much as tackle or all like that. It's all fine. Obviously I bought some new Delkims. Christ, they take some getting used to, figuring out how to use them bloody things. Obviously I bought some bigger rods for the river for when it's flooded this summer. I'm hoping to do a lot more river fishing, and I'm also hoping to get on the lakes again after some big bream and tench and roach during the summer months and the winter this year. As long as we don't go back into lockdown after this one, I'll keep my job, and that's all good. So yeah, it's just been a shit 4 months really, hasn't it, for everybody? In, out of lockdown, it's just been, you know, it's just been bloody horrible. But obviously things are getting better. I'm hoping to be back at work next month, or the month after, with a bit of luck, and we should be able to move on. touch wood. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. So that's that bit out of the way. So where am I fishing? So I'm back on the river, obviously the River Ribble again down at Preston on the M6 junction 31, just behind the BP garage. It's just here. I came down about, what time did I get? About 11:15, half 11. I thought I'd come down, a bit of a recce. There's a guy fishing a bit further down. He's had a fish, I don't know what it was. Could have been a chub, because he soon got it in and got it back. So I don't think it was a barbel. The water's crystal clear, and that's pretty much it. I thought it'd be busier than this, to be quite honest. I think there's only me on this side, on the day ticket side, because that's a syndicate. I think that side. I think that's the Prince Albert stretch, if I'm honest, the way I was told. Yeah, it's just, I don't know what time it is now, to be fair. What time are we on? Yeah, so it's 2 o'clock. Bang on. And it's not as cold as I thought it was going to be. Speaking to a few people on Facebook saying it was out yesterday, it was quite cold. It's been cold though, hasn't it? It's past few nights. I think for the forecast up here, right where I am, it's going to be cloudy. It's going to be like this pretty much for the next 3 or 4 or 5 days maybe. I know mid next week I think it's going to change back to the rain. By then I'll be hopefully on the lake somewhere, you know, doing a bit of quiver tipping, a bit of match fishing. So yeah, that's a bit of a catch up. I'll show you the bits and stuff later on what I'm doing. I'm not using any feeders, I'm using leads this time. So this is like the first day of like, I'm hoping to get at least 3 or 4 sessions in this next 10 days on the river before it shuts. And try and catch a few fish. I've not caught a fish this year, so it's a case of shit or bust. I need to get out and do one. So I'll leave it there and I'll speak to you all later. Hopefully we fish if it plays out all right. So, anyways, speak to you all in a little bit. Right then, here we are. This is the rig bit. It's one thing that people always ask me when I go fishing, is what's the rig you use? So it's very simple. You've seen it all before. A running lead, 3 ounce tractor style lead with an anti-tangle sleeve, an offset bead so it keeps everything offset. The quorum system is this. See, that problem with the camera, it takes a while to adjust, and it's on about 18 inches of 10 pound fluorocarbon to a size 10 super specialist. Now, are you going to work? Come on, you bloody thing. Thing is, like I said, this, there you are, that's what I'm using. Hook, air rigged, size 10, specimen hook from Quorum. Very straightforward, very simple. I'm only fishing, I fish about halfway out, and what I'm doing is I'm casting this out as it lands. Every now and again I'll fire some pellets just upstream from where it's landed, and that's like how I'm feeding a few bits of baiting. The other one's very similar, where it is the same. But it's a boilie on, and what I'm doing with that, I chucked a couple of balls of ground bait out because I'm not as far out as this particular rod. I'm hoping to catch one or two, but all we can do is try in it. So, and it's getting a bit breezy now. Yep, so that's it. The hook bait I'm using, by the way, before some eagle eye says, what are you using? Is a barbell bomb, extra hard dumbbell. They come in some sort of glug, it's like an oil. It smells a bit. And the other hook baits I have are cheesy ones. I think you've seen them all before. I always carry a couple. If you're on the safe side. And obviously I've got some oily pellet. And the ground bait I'm using is the same as I always use. It's like an orangey colour, orangey red. I showed it on my last video. It's a Hinder's mix. Hinder's Blitz mix with a few additives in it. I've put in it. I can't tell you. Well, I can't tell you what they are. Probably will do one day. But obviously, when this is actually out the freezer. Before last time I went fishing, whenever it was, I knew I wasn't going to go fishing for a while, and I still had quite a bit of kilo, 2 or 3 kilo left of ground bait. So what I did, I just bagged it up because it's all oily. There's no water really involved. So I bagged it up into tight bags and stuck it in the freezer. And the other day, yesterday morning, I took it out for today. That's all I've done with it. It says waste in it. And like I say, I'll do another video this week at home. And the pellets I'm using are a bit bigger this time. There's a different, various size of pellet. Got some 6mm, 2mm, 4mm, and they're all ellipse pellet from Hinder's again. Well, I've always done well on Hinder's pellet. So that's pretty much it. Rig wise and bait wise. Obviously when I cast this in, I'm going to fire a few pellet out with a catapult. And leave them out for a bit longer and see if what comes along. I say it's getting a bit chilly now, to be quite honest. Time's getting on, and I'm getting on in life. So you're feeling a bit more as you get older. Right, I'll catch you all very shortly. I'm going to get this lot chucked back out and see where we end up. I'm hoping to have a fish tonight before I go home. The guy over there spinning, I hope he's not spinning for trout because the season doesn't start until the 15th. So anyways, speak to you in a bit. Right then, do you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to trigger one or two of you. Because when you're sat at home doing nothing, it's so easy to play that game called Facebook, innit? So when you're on Facebook and you're watching Facebook, you know, you're looking through people's posts and stuff like that. And you got a lot of carp anglers like Pot Noodles. I'm not saying you're all like this, I'm saying a few of you are. And you get them on these forums and what have you, and these groups and stuff, and they're telling you how hard it is to catch carp and how clever they are. I thought about this year doing a bit of carp fishing and show you how easy it is. Oh, hello, I've got a fish. Well, that's a result. How about this way? I think it's actually looking exciting. don't know if you saw that, but just had a fish on. I think it was definitely a chub. It was definitely a chub. It was a chub bite. Bang, bang, bang. It wasn't a barbel because very rare. You lose barbel. Well, that's in my experience anyway. So that's a bit of a goodish fish as well. Anyway, shit happens. You might have to have a couple of beeps in that bit there. A bit of swearing going on, but sorry about the swearing. So first fish could have been. Obviously not. It come off. Anyways, I'll get it casted back out. Like I was saying, I'm going to do a bit of carp fishing this year and show you how easy it is to catch. How did I get caught saying that, eh? How easy it is to catch. Catch one, lose it. Anyways, a bit of shit out of luck there, aren't we? Right, speak to you all in a bit. Oh, how about that? My battery's gonna die. Wonderful. So, where was I? I was taking the mickey out of carp anglers, saying, you know, I read a lot of the posts and they're all saying like, oh, it's so hard to catch fish, it's so hard to catch a carp. Yeah, this season, this summer, I might go and do a bit of carp fishing. Something different, you know, just to people have asked me in the past if I go and do a bit. I used to do it when I was younger. Like I said, the problem was it was just too many pot noodles about, in my opinion, and the bloody hard work. But I think this is going to die in a second, people. So if I go off, the battery's gone. That's what it is. So I've got a spare one with me. I'll change it in a minute. And what have you? Yeah, lost fish. It's one of those things, innit? I know what it was. It was because I'm fishing for the barbel. I've got a longer hair. Usually, if I'm chub fishing, I'll have a shorter hair. And because I'm using a size 12mm boilie, the size 10 hooks work quite well. But because it's a longer hair, with a barbel, you get away with a longer hair. But with a chub, no, I tend to just play with it. But it's such as life, innit, you know. You win some, you lose some. Yeah. Yeah, I'll get back down tomorrow. I might pre-bait tonight. Get down tomorrow. Get down early. And should be fun. A bit of fun. Should be a bit of fun. Oh dear me. Just one fish will do. One for the camera. I'm falling off my bloody chair because I'm sliding, because I'm on the banking. Oh dear me. The old knees are aching because it's cold. A touch of arthritis. Yeah, so I am going to do a bit of carp fishing this year. When things get a bit better, obviously, when I get myself a fishing bed and I can stay away for the night, I'll go down to Linear and all them places and try and catch a carp or two. And show you how easy it is. He says, well, that was instant karma before, taking the piss. You catch a fish and it falls off, that's karma. So, by the way, for all you snowflakes that are watching, there is a bit of bad language, so I am sorry about that. You know, I've had the old wet wipe before tell me, oh, you can't swear in these vlogs, you can't do this, you can't show making a brew. Yeah, whatever. So, yeah. We've got a good community on my on my YouTube channel with you lot as well. Some good people on there that I follow and talk to personally and know personally as well who follow me. You know. Yeah. What is the time now? What is the time? If I knew what time it was. So it's nearly 3:30. I reckon I'm going to have another cast. Have a freshen up. I might put one of them on a feeder. Because I swapped one of them round before to the feeder. That's what I had the jub on. Just to get a bit more bait in there, a bit more smell. It worked for the chub pretty much within 5-10 minutes. That's the problem with chub, they're very spooky. You catch one and they all do one. But I think I'm going to have to go a bit further out, a bit longer. And we'll see how we go. I do use big feeders when I got my bigger rods with my rivers up for the lead. But otherwise, I'm just going to stick with these here, 2 ounce. Two-ounce feeder. It's not in flood. There's no real extra water on. You know, when I'm doing with my quiver tipping, which I will be doing on here probably this week when I get some maggots, I use these feeders. Got some new PVA as well. I'm starting to use the Nash. Don't know if you can see it. I say it's pretty decent stuff. And what have you? So I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to take this lid off. I reckon, and then I think we'll put this feeder on. I've got some ground bait with me. I might get that whizzed out and see if it can entice another fish. I may put a cheesy boilie on as well on this one nearest to me. It does seem quiet, you know. I thought it'd be busier than this with people being on furlough. Watchers, I'll bait up tonight and come in tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock and someone will be in here. Guarantee it. That's how it seems to work on here. Well, it seems just life in general, isn't it, with anglers? So, right, I'm going to stop waffling. I'll change this battery over because I'm going to die. I think I might put another jacket on because it's getting a bit chilly. Getting a bit cloudy as well, which is not too bad. And I'll speak to you all in a little while. Right then, give you a quick update. So, I'm on lost number fish number 3. Right, this is what's been happening. I've been talking to a guy before, got a fish, fell off. 2 minutes ago, had a bite, got it in, I saw what it was, it fell off. The first one was a chub, and I'm 100% sure that was a chub. But the other two, I think I know what it was. I do know what it was. The last one was a trout, a brown trout. Wasn't big, but we were taking my krill boilie. So that's because I'm feeding pellet over the krill boilies, and it's always been the left-hand side rod that's been going, and that's where the krill boilies. The other one's got the barbel buster on it, a booster, whatever it is, a hard hooker. So the first one definitely was a chub because it was a big fish. It felt a good fish. The second fish, I got it in. It felt like the third fish, so I can only think that was a bloody trout. And obviously the third fish was a trout. So three fish fall off. One was a chub, I'm pretty sure it was, and the other two, I think it was that trout pissing me off, mugging me off. So that's all done. I'm still fishing. I've had a bit of a change around. I've gone over to some cheesy baits, to the Dynamite cheesy garlic one. Last ditch effort. The two guys come on now. They've caught bugger all. They're on the other side, further down. So what I've done, I've gone to a 3-foot hook link on both rods to a size 8 hook with 2 boilies on, and they're both now on feeders, ground bait feeders. So I'm just hoping before I go I can winkle one out. I'm hoping I can winkle a chub out. I probably will get a chub. And a barbel will be a bonus, but I've been fishing for the barbel most of the day on a shorter hook, on a 2-foot hook link with a longer hair. Obviously I've shortened the hair on these, and I'm just hoping I can catch one. With a bit of luck I should be able to. See that, because the bites were different. They were really like slamming, like poof. And I thought, ooh. At first one was like a gradual over, where these ones were like bouncing. And I'm sure the second one with that trout, and I think it's just mugging me off. Anyway, I got it in. I saw it was a trout, and it fell off. I thought that's a good do. I'm using barbel's hooks, so I've gone up a hook size to size 8, 3-foot hook links, shorter hair, ground bait feeders for the last hour, or just before it gets dark, and I'm gonna go. Well, so it's 20 past 4. So another hour, maybe an hour and a half. We'll see. Probably it's gonna be barbel time when I go, probably, as always. Let's try and winkle one out before it gets dark. We can only try, can't we? So there we are. That's a bit of an update for you. There's not much more to say really. Some people have been on. I'll to show you. Get down there. You can see. Down there fishing, they've got bugger all. They've just come on about half an hour since. What have you? Oh yeah. So yeah, I'll probably do another quick update later on for you before I go. Or I might just say to you, thanks for watching. I'll back out on the bank tomorrow and I'll do another vlog for you. I'll get a few done this next week or two before its season runs out. And if you see me again, I'm hoping to have a fish. Like I say, if you don't see me again, thanks for watching. See you all there, see you tomorrow. But it is getting bloody cold, I'll be honest with you. I think tomorrow I'm going to have to rethink my wardrobe. I didn't expect it to be, it was really warm before, it was quite nice. Obviously clouds come over, it's getting a bit duller. Obviously the sun's gone in. Yeah, so tomorrow I'll be back on tomorrow. Probably do the same way tomorrow where I'm feeding now, 2 rods in the air. Probably I'll get some maggots ordered tomorrow night and I'll pick them up tomorrow night, and then I'll pick them up in the morning before I come, and I'll probably do a bit of trotting and a bit of tip fishing for some smaller roach on the river. Get a few worms as well. I've been chucking ground baiting during the day, like pre-baiting for tomorrow as well. So I wanted to carry a bucket with me tomorrow. Just probably a maggot tub full of pellet, and probably another little maggot tub full of a bit of ground bait for the feeders if I decide to go that way. We can see what happens tomorrow. So a bit of luck. Talking to a guy before he came, he was passing, he was having a look. He fishes down here and he was saying he was on here the other day having a look round. A guy who was fishing, he's actually on the Prince Albert stretch, which is across the other side. He was fishing on this side, and he asked him, like, do you catch out? He had a 9-pound barbel from a bit further down, and he was also saying, I come onto this side because he's been pestered. A lot of anglers have been pestered on that side by the police. And the guy that was talking to, he was saying, like, when he was stood here watching on his break, he came on his van, you were having a brew and you were watching, there was like half a dozen coppers walking beside down that banking, and he was saying, this guy to him, he would place it as pestering everybody on that far side, and that's why it's come on this side. It's because they can, can't they, you know. But with a bit of luck, the rules will change, lockdown's going to end, and then we can all go back to normal. So, yes, that's that. I'll speak to you all very soon, if not later, tomorrow morning. Good night. Thank you for watching.